Y'all check this out. See if I can get you in the light. Y'all see that? If you've never seen a Black Widow before, that's what a Black Widow looks like. It's got that red hourglass on the bottom. That bad boy right there will mess you up. I was pulling out one of my old jack stands, but that's bad. Always check them before you go sticking your hands up in there or go using it, pulling these things inside your garage or anywhere. Just be careful. Alright, y'all. So I just wanted to touch base with y'all, let y'all know what's been going on. So as of my last video, y'all saw I put the 24-pound injector mass air on it and seemed to be running okay. So I put the 24-pound injectors in along with it, and it just wanted to flood, and basically it turned my plugs black and just really suddy, and I never could get it to run right. So took it back out, put the 19s back in, and then put the 19-pound mass air back on. And it's running fine now. I just figured I'd give it a try with that, you know, after me thinking about the whole sample tube being the wrong size that was calibrated for the actual mass air was maybe causing an issue, but I just couldn't get it to run right with the 24-pound injectors for some reason. It wanted to flood really bad and everything. I even tried to lower the pressure on the regulator down a little bit, but just still wouldn't work. So anyways, I got that back together. It's raining outside, so I don't have the garage door open. But I came home last night and I started on the rear end. I pulled the axle down, the inspection plate down. Nothing on the ring and pinion looks bad. I pulled this axle out and it was demolished. Good thing is it did not. Hang on a second, I'll show you if I can turn this light. I just gotta move some stuff around. It did not do any damage to the axle. I'm sorry about the lighting, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but it didn't do any damage to the axle. But the problem that I am having, that's kind of got me thrown off, is y'all see that kind of like that moisture buildup. So basically that's kind of like all down. That's like all down the housing tube. Almost like water got in it a little bit or something. But the thing is, the seal on the end here, the axle seal was fine. It wasn't leaking or anything. But it almost seems like gear oil wasn't even getting to this side, which kind of throws me off. I've never had that quite happen before. Excuse me. So I don't know exactly what would have caused that. So it seems like what happened is it was getting moisture in there, and the moisture caused a little bit of pitting on the actual axle and the inside of the housing, and that worked its way to the bearing, and the bearing eventually just ate itself out. Now, I don't know why axle fluid gear oil isn't getting to this side. I don't know. If y'all have had that problem, let me know if y'all have ever seen anything like that. Because at this point, I'm just going to clean everything back up. I'm going to get some, probably some diesel fuel or WD-40 on a long stick with a rag and just go all the way up that tube to make sure I get it all out. And I'll probably spray some WD-40 back in it to make sure everything's kind of coated. And the same with the axle. But, yeah, I've just never seen that happen before. You know, I thought gear oil would supposed to come all the way over and keep all that lubricated, but apparently that's not happening, or it wasn't happening. I don't know why. But what I'm going to do when I put it back together is I'm going to actually take some gear oil and squirt in this thing before I slide that axle in and get it good and coated. And I'm going to pack my new bearing with bearing grease. But anyways, that's what's up. I don't know. I don't know what would have exactly caused it. Like I was saying, I'm gonna pull the other side, the passenger side, just to see what that looks like. But other than that, like I was saying, the ring and pinion looked fine. The ring and pinion looked fine. I didn't see any, no wearing on the gears. The wear mark's still the way it, looks the way it's supposed to. The backlash on the ring and pinion is still the same as like whenever I put it together a year ago. Now granted, since I put this rear together, or put them 410 gears in, I probably got maybe an oil change basically, so about 3,000–4,000 miles on it. Never had any issue with it roaring or anything until that noise I heard, the metal on metal, the bearing basically going out. So anyways, I'm gonna see what I can come up with. I'm hoping I don't have this issue anymore. It's got me all kind of thrown out of whack. I've just never seen anything like that. Or it could be just from sitting in the garage here. The garage gets hot during the day and it cools off at night. So maybe the moisture, of getting hot, cold is causing it too, But either way, I thought gear oil should work its way to these outer bearings. And for some reason, it doesn't seem like that's happening on this driver's side. So anyways, if y'all have ever had this problem or anything like that, like I said, just let me know in the comments of what y'all think. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to clean this thing up and then get it back together. So I'll catch y'all on the update. Oh, I almost forgot. So I went to Harbor Freight and bought a axle bearing puller kit. It was like 30-something bucks, super cheap. Come with 3 different sizes. And at the time, as you'll see, there's a slide hammer there. At the time, I didn't have a slide hammer, and no one around had it in stock. It was, at the parts stores how you can rent them. Well, they were all rented out. So I came across some all-threaded rod and tried to make one myself, but and it worked for the most part. It just seems like this wasn't long enough, so I couldn't get enough of, leverage of the swing on it to get it out. So I went this morning, and a parts store finally got one back in, so I went and picked it up. So hopefully this thing will come out. It's kind of, let me show y'all in here while I'm there. As y'all can see how it's kind of, I don't know if you can kind of, it's kind of like, there we go. It's kind of like moisture buildup, like, I don't know. All this debris here is just from the bearing that I took apart, and the race is, the outer cage is still in there. I got to get out. But like I said, I'm gonna clean all this up. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Let me know what you think. I'll keep y'all updated. I'm fixing to pull this out, get everything cleaned up and ready to go back together. So thank y'all for watching. And just like that, she's out. Good old 5-pound slide hammer does the trick. Yeah, so there we go. You can maybe go see a little bit better what's going on in there. Let's see. Yeah, it's just moisture buildup, That stuff's all over my axle, and it's like it just kind of worked its way towards the bearing and finally got the bearing, But I don't see any signs of gear oil getting on this side at all. Just nothing but like wet moisture. I did check the vent tube. The vent tube is not stopped up. But I only see one vent tube on the passenger side. I don't see a vent tube on this driver's side unless I'm not seeing it. Or if y'all know where it's at, let me know, please. I don't see anything. But anyways, I'll keep y'all updated. Thank you. Yummy. So, look at this nasty junk. So what I did was tape some shop rags onto a piece of galvanized. This is what I use as my breaker bar. Anyways, I taped it on there, rotted it through there, and got most of it out. It's not gritty rust, but it's like surface rust a little bit. on parts of it, which is very, very weird. Especially with there being gear oil in there. This should have never ever happened in the first place. But I'm cleaning it out pretty good. I'll show y'all what I've got done so far. Oh, as you see, I'm using WD-40 to kind of protect it. Let's see if I can get it to zoom right. I got the garage door open now, so I can kind of see a little. See all that, like right there on the top? That's surface rust. The rest of it, like right here towards the edge, is fine. But that down there is like surface rust. So I'm hitting it with some WD-40, cleaning it out really good. I'm trying not to push it so far down into that, but I'm gonna take my air gun, stick it in, and blow it back out. But yeah, and this sucks. I've been having the worst luck ever, man. I know Sammy will probably say it's a Ford, that's why. I'm just picking. Anyways, I'll keep y'all updated. Thank you. Alright, y'all. I'm over here on the passenger side, and I pulled it out, and there's no rust or anything over here. There's actually still grease on it and everything, so we're good there. But there is moisture. It just I have grease on this axle, so there's just no rust. So I'm good there. I'm gonna take everything apart, clean it, put WD-40, coat everything inside with WD-40 as much as I can safely. Put it back together. That's all I can do. There's the vent tube. Let's see if I can get it to zoom. Yeah, and it's not stopped up or anything. So I don't know what caused this. And as you see, both axle seals were not leaking at all. So I don't know, y'all. Let me know what you think. Any input would be appreciated. Thank y'all. I'll keep y'all updated. Okay, y'all. So I actually took the axle all the way out. I didn't see anything on the axle, but now that I'm looking up in there, see if I can get y'all. Y'all see that? No bueno. So this side's got gear oil in it, and I see a little bit of water right there. So, damn, man. I'm just gonna clean everything up as best I can. All right, y'all. What's up? So, I know I'm tired. Anyways, so this is pretty late Wednesday night. Might as well say Thursday morning because it's about 1 a.m. right now. So I got the driver's side housing clean. Like I cleaned the hell out of it, and then once I actually went, I taped this wire brush onto the end of my galvanized pipe here, and I went through and I brushed the whole thing smooth. And then after I did that, I took some, let's see if I can show you, I got a bunch of trash here. I took some shop rags, the disposable ones, and I went through and wiped it with like 5 of them. You know, taped 5 individual ones, went through, ran it through until when I wiped it, it was clean and nothing came off. And I took my air hose and I blew from the chunk out to make sure it was nothing. And then I took another one of these, clean one. I saturated it with WD-40, transmission fluid, and bearing grease. And I caked it all in that housing. Smooth, not all clumpy, but smooth to where the differential fluid can still flow. Put the new bearing in, put the new seal in, lubed the axle as y'all just saw. I lubed the whole axle with bearing grease. You know, not thick, but just enough to where it's on there where nothing can pit or rust. And then I slid it in there. So this side's done. I just got to do that side tomorrow morning, and then I can button this thing back up. So I am tired, y'all. Anyways, I will once I get it all together and buttoned up, I'm gonna leave it on the jack stands for now. Once I get it in or get it together, I'm gonna crank it up, put it in drive, and let the wheels rotate to get everything the fluid kind of flowing, and then take it for a test drive. So wish me luck. See you guys.